Hello everyone and welcome back to Bandai Product and Figure Review. I have a really cool model kit and it is a blast from the past, and I'm talking about a model kit from Seed Destiny, and this model came out originally in 2005. So this is a re-release based off of what I can tell for the markings on the box, but they didn't really change any of the plastic or any of the writing on the box. So what model am I talking about? And this is a really rare one. I literally was biting my tongue on trying to buy this particular model on like Amazon or eBay, but I'm really happy Bandai is starting to re-release some of these model kits, and this is a rare one because this is not a Gundam, my dear fans. It is none other than the model EXL HMBB01 Minerva. So this is one of the spaceships from Destiny Seed, and as we can see, it is a new reissue because we have the new logo with the blue Bandai and the Bandai Namco logo on here. So this is an original model kit, but it is a reissue, so I'm really happy. It brings down the price tremendously, and these are really cool, fun kits. Because sure, everyone loves a good Gundam, but this is a really cool model ship, or spaceship in this case. And just as a curiosity, this is a 1700 scale, so this is would be a fairly large ship, but the box is fairly nice. So let's take a look on the inside and let's see what it all comes with. Like always, I just admire the art that the Bandai does for these model kits, and it looks really nice and phenomenal with how well this is depicted. So it looks like it has a lot of cool different parts for colors with this nice matte gray for the Minerva. And as we can see on the box, we have a plasma cannon, hangar bay, several little Gundams, and the back portion of the engines. So this is already looking like a really nice, well-built kit. And as we can see, here is a front and back for the model kit itself. So this is a completed version of it. So this is the front and this is the back. We can see that it has a little plasma thing, its engines, and hangar bay. And here's the cutest little things, are the little tiny little Gundams. Sad to say, these are probably going to be having to be hand painted. So overall, it's looking really nice. This is from 2005, so this is a fairly older model kit. And as such, a lot of the description is going to be in Japanese, but it does give us a really good guide. So let's take a look at the instruction manual first, and then take a look at the plastic of the Minerva. Alright, so this is the instruction manual of the Minerva 1700 scale, and as we can see, this is in Japanese. This is a 2005 re-release model kit, so a lot of this is going to be in the standard Japanese. So like most instruction manuals, it is going to be fairly simple forward, but let's take a look at the runner sheet for all the parts that we are going to be working with. So we have a runner A, A2, B, C, and D. So there's not a lot of runners that are going to be with this particular model kit. So it's not going to be that difficult to put together. So let's kind of look at see what all the parts we're going to have. So we have several parts for the fuselage, wings, more parts for the comm tower, fuselage. We even have a nice little base that it actually can go on, and various other wings and gimmicks that it has. So moving on to the actual meat and potatoes of the model kit, we have the constructions for the comm tower, portions for the main structure for the ship, Its wings are in 2 pieces, so they do have these really cool folding abilities. So that's really cool for such an old kit to have these kinds of cool gimmicks. And as we can see, they just slide right into the section bay. Another piece comes in for the back portion of the fuselage, and just all snaps together. I would probably still say put a little bit of glue, especially the Tamiya glue. This will work really well to keep all of your parts firmly on there without worrying about them catastrophically falling apart. So do be careful. This does melt the plastic, but it holds really well. But continuing on with the evaluation of the instruction manual, so we have the nose portion of the craft with its a lot of the armor plating, gimmicks, and various other armor pieces. The sections for the jet nozzles are nicely housed in here, so you will be able to possibly pre-paint these and add them possibly even later in the construction process. And each launch bay is its own 2 separate things, so you could even have them separate or put together just as a cool little diorama concept, where they do have it where it's in an open and closed position that you can have. It would have been pretty cool if you were able to do both as it opens and closes, but again, this is a fairly older model kit. Moving on to the back portion of the instruction manual, we have the getting close to the final assembly for a lot of the blaster cannons that are each on the launch bays, and they just connect just ever so slightly. Again, redundancy. There's 2 sides to this craft. The comm tower just slides right into place, and as we can see, the 2 side bays with its blasters and hangar bays just slide right on here. And we have various other fins and armor plating that comes with this. And as we can see, there is even cool little gimmicks on putting the blasters on here. So this gives us a really cool concept of pre-painting certain parts in order to, you know, make a closed or opened portion. And then even with the launch bays here that you can slide in and out or connect them. So that gives us a lot of customization and possibilities to pose this. Like I said, the wings fold in and out with its main wing here and a small little wing at the very tip. And this is actually the part that's actually kind of cool, is that it actually has little Gundams that you can actually have on the launch bay. These are going to have to be painted. Again, they are going to be really tiny. We'll actually be looking at those when we look at the plastic. So that is the instruction manual. So let's take a look at the plastic itself. Starting off with Runner A, this is a lovely, nice maroon color that it gives us. So this is already looking really nice with its detail on here. For such an old kit, it does have a lot of nice detail. It's there are some flash marks on here, so this is a model kit that I may end up just actually spray painting, just because I want to make it look really shine and have added extra details around here, like painting these vents and stuff like that, different colors. Because when I was observing this, it looks like there is not a lot of colors. It's only 2 major colors, and we're just going to be continuing to look at those. But overall, it looks well molded, really nice and firm, so it's holding up for the molding really well. Moving on to Runner B, this is where we have a lovely ghost gray for the hull for this model kit. And it is molded really nicely. It has a lot of nice detail on here with the hull pieces and with the launch bays here. So it's looking really nice. A lot of this is going to be required some painting from what I can tell for additional detail work, because this is only 2 colors, which is a maroon and this ghost gray color. So and as you saw in the box, there was a lot of other colors. So this gives you a really fun opportunity to paint a spaceship with good amount of detail. So again, this is going to be a fun painting project, so do be aware when you buy this. It is going to require a lot of painting work to be done to get it to look more closer to the box. But if you wanted to just slap this bad boy together and call it a day, you can most certainly do that as well. It's still a really nice, cool ship. Now with moving to A2, we have the parts for the wing assembly, and as we can see, it's another nice maroon color. There is a lot of flash marks that I can tell from the molding. Again, this is kind of an older mold, so it's going to need some nice polishing, primer, real amount of actual painting work is needed to go into this. But overall, the lines on here are really nice, so as long as you have a really good airbrush or you're very good at hand painting, you can easily paint all of the detail. And it's not that big, so you can even compartmentalize a lot of the pieces when you are painting this. Now, moving on to Runner C, this is where we have a lot of our control features, such as our comm towers and various other blasters and stuff like that. I just wanted to take a look at the cute little Gundams that are on here, so let's zoom in on those real quick. And as we can see, these are really tiny little models. So let me bring out my little tweezers for we can actually take a look at these. So we have a lot of really nice little details. So this is going to take a magnifying glass almost like this just to be able to see and paint them, just to get a lot more detail work on them. And they have these each little backpacks right here, so that is really nice. And these are really tiny, so it's going to definitely take a little bit of time, very small little brushes. But because they are smaller, you might be able to get away with some of the harder colors and stuff like that, especially white. So what I would almost do is prime these whites, just because the majority of these units are white. That will just give you a nice little base coat. And these little backpacks are really cute. And here's this little tiny little striker unit, and as you can see, my tweezers are really tiny little needle nose, and this thing is still fairly tiny. So if you wanted to have these be in a launch position, these are going to be a really fun project to practice your miniature skills for painting. Next up, we have portions for the launch bay. So we have the parts for the launch bay right here, front portions for the hangar bay, and various other pieces for that particular section for the aircraft. And so we have a nice front and back portion for the launch bay for this one and on here. So we have two pieces where it can actually kind of extend out even more. So that's a really nice thing, and it's still very well molded for this particular model. It's going to be pretty heavy for some of the painting to get it to look like the box, but overall it's going to be a really nice fun kit to build. Alright everyone, that's going to conclude this unboxing of the Minerva from Seed Destiny, and this was such an old school model kit. This is giving us a lot of good appreciation for a lot of our newer model kits with a lot more colored parts, a lot more detailed parts, and I wouldn't mind getting more of these types of model spaceships coming out, because sure, Gundams are really cool, but so are the spaceships. So if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, leave comments down below, let me know what your favorite or what was the oldest model kit you had built. And I will see you guys in the next episode.